Alright, let's dive into a fascinating and often challenging aspect of synastry, the Saturn Quincunx Ascendant. This aspect can create a complex dance of discipline and self-expression, but it's also a powerful catalyst for growth. Have you ever felt like your partner's approach to life felt a bit constricting? Or perhaps you've been the one inadvertently applying the brakes? Today, we're going to unravel this intriguing planetary alignment, exploring its impact on relationships and, most importantly, how to navigate it successfully. The Saturn Quincunx Ascendant in synastry represents a 150-degree angle, a configuration that inherently suggests a lack of natural harmony. Think of it like two gears that don't quite mesh perfectly, they need conscious adjustments to work together smoothly. This aspect involves Saturn, the planet of structure, discipline, responsibility, and limitations, squaring off against the Ascendant, which reflects your outward persona, your initial reactions to the world, and how you present yourself. So, at its core, this is a fundamental tension between the energies of Saturn and the Ascendant. Now here's where it gets interesting. One partner might unconsciously find the other overly restrictive, like a parent dictating rules. Imagine, Sarah, whose Ascendant falls under this aspect, has a naturally bubbly and expressive personality. But her partner, Tom, with his strong Saturn influence, constantly urges her to be more pragmatic, more cautious. The constant push and pull can leave Sarah feeling stifled, as if her true self isn't fully accepted. Conversely, Tom might perceive Sarah's actions and plans as lacking the necessary foresight. This can lead to serious difficulty in short-term and long-term planning, causing both parties to feel misunderstood and frustrated. But wait, there's a catch. Within this tension lie incredible opportunities for personal and relational growth. To fully grasp this aspect, we need to break it down. Let's examine understanding the Saturn Quincunx Ascendant in synastry. What does it mean? The quincunx itself creates tension, a lack of easy alignment. As we know, Saturn is all about structure, responsibility, and limitations. Think of a well-organized library with strict rules about returning books. The Ascendant, on the other hand, governs how you express yourself to the world, your first impression, so to speak. This pairing creates a potential mismatch between inner structures and outward expression. This means, one person's personality might challenge the other's sense of security or freedom. For example, one partner's desire for financial security, Saturn, might clash with the other partner's need for freedom and spontaneity, Ascendant. The classic example would be one partner wanting to save aggressively for a down payment on a house, while the other wants to travel the world, creating a friction point for the relationship. What does this actually look like in the real world? Practical manifestations of Saturn Quincunx Ascendant. One partner often brings structure or limitations to the relationship. Challenges with self-expression emerge as the Ascendant partner struggles to feel free and authentic. Differing perspectives on responsibility can create conflict. Potential for insecurity arises, as each partner might question the other's intentions and commitment. Disconnection and resentment can very easily build up. What are some of the common scenarios? Imagine, for example, a couple where one partner's rigid work schedule, Saturn, constantly clashes with the other's desire for spontaneity, Ascendant. Think about it, Sarah loves to spontaneously book weekend getaways, but Tom insists on planning everything months in advance. This clash not only stifles Sarah's freedom of expression but can also make her feel unseen. The relationship can then devolve into a pattern of criticism or defensiveness, making it difficult for them to truly connect. The lack of open communication and the feeling of being perpetually misunderstood can be a major cause of relational discord. But what can we do to fix this? Navigating the Saturn Quincunx Ascendant requires several key ingredients. First and foremost, you need open communication. Second, it's crucial to have empathy for your partner's perspective, even if you don't fully understand it. Third, compromise is an absolute must. Both parties need to be willing to meet each other halfway. Last, self-reflection is essential. Ask yourselves, what am I contributing to this dynamic, and how can I improve? Both partners need to be willing to grow, evolve, and adapt to their needs. Can you imagine how much better this could be? But how do you do this? The Saturn partner, the architect of structure and boundaries, plays a significant role. This individual introduces themes of responsibility. They bring discipline, and yes, sometimes limitations. They encourage the creation of boundaries, which can sometimes feel a bit constricting. This partner might also test the ascendant partner's self-expression, and can appear critical or overly cautious. They approach life pragmatically, focusing on the long term, which, again, can be a contrast. Let's imagine, for example, that the Saturn partner, John, is incredibly practical and focused on long-term investments, while his ascendant partner, Lisa, is more interested in immediate gratification. If John doesn't consider Lisa's need for enjoyment, they'll find it hard to come to an agreement about their spending habits, which will probably create a lot of tension. But on the flip side, this could allow Lisa to understand that while not being spontaneous, she can still enjoy life. The Saturn partner is, in essence, the architect of their shared future. The ascendant partner navigates identity and self-expression within this dynamic. They might feel stifled or controlled, leading to frustration and a feeling of limited freedom. Communication can break down as misunderstandings become common. Emotional distance and even resentment may build, as power imbalances become more pronounced. Difficulty in maintaining fun and spontaneity can make the relationship seem less appealing. If Lisa, in our example, constantly feels restricted by John's pragmatism, she might start feeling like she's losing touch with who she is. She may even start to withdraw emotionally. This can manifest in an inability to express herself and will likely create a massive divide. What happens then? Common challenges in Saturn Quincunx Ascendant relationships include a breakdown in communication. The Saturn partner may become reserved, making it difficult for the ascendant partner to express themselves, leading to misinterpretations. The Saturn partner's need for structure might feel controlling. The ascendant partner, in turn, feels stifled, leading to emotional distance. The real difficulty lies in creating an authentic connection. Here's a viewer comment I saw on another channel: "My partner's Saturn is in the quincunx with my ascendant, and it's been a struggle. I feel like I'm always walking on eggshells." Sound familiar? Now here's a question for you: have you ever felt like your partner was subtly trying to change you? Let me know in the comments below. But, how do you fix it? Harmonizing Saturn and Ascendant energies is all about recognizing and working with the opportunities for growth that this aspect offers. It's about mutual effort and a willingness to understand each other's needs and perspectives. Each partner has a crucial role to play in this dance. This is the mid-video tease, as this is where we explore the actions that both the Saturn and Ascendant partner can take to help build a more fulfilling relationship. It's about taking a step back and seeing the larger picture. Contributions for a fulfilling relationship include what each partner can do to make this work. The Saturn partner must listen actively, gradually allowing more freedom and communicating needs and boundaries clearly. They must also acknowledge and appreciate the Ascendant partner's self-expression. The Ascendant partner, on the other hand, can show appreciation for the Saturn partner's stability. They must take responsibility for their actions and communicate needs and expectations clearly. Most importantly, they need to recognize and appreciate the value of long-term planning and security. Remember, the key to success is collaboration, communication, and a willingness to evolve. Individual growth, what each partner can learn from this synastry aspect, is paramount. The Saturn partner must learn to open up and trust, allowing space for self-expression and demonstrating affection. The Ascendant partner, in turn, must learn the value of responsibility, discipline, and commitment. They need to consider long-term implications and appreciate the benefits of well-defined boundaries. Now imagine if they were both trying to do better, how much closer would they get? They would be able to see through each other's eyes and begin to understand each other. Here's another comment: "This is so true. My partner and I are working on being more open and communicative, and it's really helping." What a difference, right? The rewards of the Saturn Quincunx Ascendant: forging a stronger bond can result in a deeply committed relationship. It allows you to build a foundation based on mutual respect. This aspect fosters personal growth, awareness, and dedication. The challenges, when overcome, pave the way for an even stronger, more meaningful connection. But here's the problem: most relationships with this aspect don't reach this stage. The biggest mistake that people make is to think of it as a curse, but if they only knew. In conclusion, embracing the karmic dance and building a lasting connection, the Saturn Quincunx Ascendant is a complex and transformative dynamic. It brings its share of challenges but also provides incredible opportunities for growth. Empathy, open communication, and a willingness to grow are absolutely essential. You can absolutely forge a lasting bond built on trust, respect, and genuine love. And, most importantly, you will encourage each other to build a life of personal growth and fulfillment. So, are you ready to take a deep dive into your relationship and apply these strategies? If you're ready to learn more, then click subscribe. And don't forget to share this video with anyone who might be experiencing this dynamic. It is very important to know that you can build a fulfilling relationship. Plus, if you subscribe to this channel, you will get detailed information on other relationship aspects, relationship dynamics, and so much more. So if you are ready to be in a deeply committed relationship, then subscribe now.